It was 1959, a frozen mountain, a silent Russian night, and 9 experienced hikers who simply vanished. These weren't beginners. These were trained, prepared, fearless. People who had faced brutal winters before and laughed at them. So when they didn't come back, the world paid attention. Search parties moved in, and what they found didn't just confuse them, it terrified them. The tent, sliced open from the inside, not torn by weather, not ripped by animals, cut open by the hikers themselves, like they needed to escape, fast, desperately fast. Their footprints were still visible in the snow, at first calm, orderly, like a casual walk, and then chaos. Some were found half-dressed in -30-degree temperatures, no shoes, no coats, no explanation. Others were buried deep under the snow weeks later, with cracked skulls, shattered ribs, internal injuries so severe, investigators compared them to a car crash. But here's what made no sense. No external wounds, not a scratch on the skin. Whatever hit them from the inside out. And then there's the detail that nobody talks about enough. One of the victims was missing her tongue. Oh, and the clothes? When they tested them for radiation, they came back positive. Why would hikers on a mountain trail have radioactive clothing? And witnesses in the area that very night reported something else. Strange, glowing lights moving across the sky. When investigators finally closed the case after months of investigation, after all the evidence, all the bodies, all the questions, you know what their official conclusion was? Death caused by an unknown compelling force. That's it. That's all they wrote. Over the decades, people have tried to explain it. An avalanche, possible, but the tent damage doesn't fit. Infrasound from the wind causing mass panic. Interesting, but unproven. Secret Soviet military experiments in the area? Now we're getting somewhere. Or something else entirely. Something that science still can't quite close the file on. Think about this for a second. 9 experienced hikers ran barefoot into a blizzard in the dead of night in -30-degree cold. They chose freezing to death over whatever was in that tent with them. So I'll leave you with the only question that really matters here. What on earth could scare someone that badly? Because after all these years, after all the investigations, after all the theories, nobody has an answer.